Okay, so today's subject is you. You get closer. You. You are awesome. Now, I know you might be thinking, people have been telling me that for years, but I want to tell you that you're awesome today, and we want to keep you that way, okay? So what I've done, I'll get there eventually, is I've made this. Now, you might think, what is that? It's cardboard. It's got some cleverly crafted tissue underneath, and this actually is supposed to simulate you, with a bit of you, an arm or something like that. And I just want to show you quickly what happens when you get. Now, what I've also got here is probably the world's most movable substance. This is cadmium red. You see that? And cadmium red, as you all know, has got these properties that allow it to be placed in one position and then be found all the way around the room. It's kind of like magical quantum properties. Now, if I take this cadmium red, and so I'm going to see that in the camera zoomed in on it, not me. Yeah, hopefully, if I take some cadmium red and I squeeze it on the top. Now, all you got now is a piece of cadmium red stuck to a piece of old t-shirt. Now, that old t-shirt is supposed to represent your skin. Now, if I undo it, we look underneath, you can see that it hasn't really gone through onto the tissue underneath. Now, if I take that cadmium red and I weaponize it by adding solvent to it, here's some I made earlier, and I then add that to your skin, okay, and drop that on there, another drop, see if we can get a bit more on there, okay. We're a mess. I find that around the studio later, or on me. I've added it, yeah, so you've got another little dot there now, and if I unpeel that, you'll see that it's gone through. Now, what is the point of this tissue paper and t-shirt exercise? It's to highlight that getting paint on your skin isn't necessarily a problem, but it really does depend on what the pigment is. And in fact, I might want to rethink that. Actually, is paint getting paint on your skin a problem? It really is a problem. Full stop. You shouldn't get paint on your skin. And if you then try to remove that paint, I mean, as you saw from the t-shirt, initially it was okay. It just sits on the surface, okay. But when you then go to try and remove it, how do you get it off? You wash it. So you add a solvent to it, whether that's water and soap or whether that's actual solvent. You then make it into a liquid, and that liquid is able to then pass through the barrier of your skin. Your skin's got hair follicles and stuff like that on it, and basically it has little gaps within itself that allow not only for sweat and stuff to come out and oils to come out to help the skin, but it also has entry points for stuff to get into the skin. You only need to remember the stories of the spies who've planted Novichok sort of poison around, and people have touched it and died, to know that your skin is an entry point for all sorts of things, okay, including deadly poisons. Well, cadmium red isn't necessarily a massively deadly poison, but most of the paints that we handle are potentially toxic, and a great list of them have what we call mutagenic properties, which means that if they get into your system, which what happens here, you know, imagine that isn't a piece of tissue, and that is in fact your tissue, and it's got under the skin and then into the bloodstream, then your body's then thinking, what on earth do I do with this stuff? And it tries to sort of like cleanse it out, or if it can't cleanse it out, it'll deposit it somewhere within your body, and some of those toxins have the ability to change cells. They're what we call mutagenic. And if they change the cells that make the other cells, actually like they have with me, because I have a particular type of blood cancer caused who knows by what, but it could be the pigment and solvents I've been exposed to over the years. If it damages those cells that make other cells, then you've got a problem. And we want to keep you really healthy. And one of the best ways you can do that is to keep paint off your skin as an artist. Obviously, there's other things that can make you very unhealthy. But as an artist, we want to keep paint off your skin and out of your body. So please don't get it on your skin. If you have to clean up, which I do every day, when I've been painting, I put my glove on or gloves on and I clean up. I'm not precious. I don't sort of paint with gloves on or with a full-on hazmat suit. I enjoy painting. I just try and keep the paint off me. I'm not sort of don't get paranoid. If you're going to sand down paint, really put on a mask, because your lungs are one of the worst things in terms of entry points for toxins. Okay, so solvents inhaled, dust inhaled, even titanium white has been shown to have carcinogenic properties by a French study recently. So don't inhale the paint, don't inhale the fumes if possible. Work in a ventilated area, use low odor solvents, and the cleanest and best that you possibly can afford to buy, artist solvents. And please do everything you can to keep paint off of your skin, the solvents and the dust out of your lungs, and then you can carry on being awesome for many more years, and we can enjoy your company, which is what you want, isn't it, really? What you don't want is to get is to contract some sort of cancer or something unpleasant, and then find yourself wistfully staring into the mid-distance, wondering what future holds. Look after yourself, because people love you and they want you around. So don't be stupid. Keep paint off your skin and keep the solvents out of your lungs and out of your body. Thank you.